When we watch a film, our eyes naturally gravitate toward the brightest part of the frame. We focus on the actors standing in the spotlight, tracking their performance and listening to their dialogue. However, characters are often professional liars. They build walls, masking their true intentions behind a carefully maintained facade of composure or innocence. If dialogue and illuminated expressions are so easily manipulated, the unvarnished reality of a scene must reside elsewhere. The shadow serves as the physical manifestation of a character's subconscious. It externalizes the internal state they are desperately trying to conceal. Mastering this visual language transforms these dark shapes from atmospheric background noise into the most honest, reliable narrator on screen. Filmmakers use temporal portent to signal a character's arrival before they actually enter the frame. This delay allows an immediate sense of dread to take root. By showing the silhouette first, a film triggers an emotional reaction before the viewer has enough information to identify or rationalize the threat. This elongated silhouette creeping toward the camera creates a moment of pure apprehension. Fear is established well before the character's motives or identity are revealed. The vocabulary also relies on the physical dimensions of the shadow. As a character changes internally, the shadow responds through expansion. As a character gains dangerous power, their shadow invariably responds by growing larger, more dominant, and more defined. The expanding shadow signals a profound shift in the character's nature, an externalization of their deepening dark side. By adjusting the timing and scale of a shadow, a filmmaker can communicate a character's specific threat level without using a single line of dialogue. This vocabulary shifts from mechanics to psychology with the concept of the dark passenger. This draws on the ancient archetype of the other self, the suppressed desires and capabilities that humans instinctively attempt to keep hidden from the world. Cinema visualizes this other self by giving the shadow a disturbing degree of independence from the physical character. Here, the person maintains a calm, static posture, but the shadow on the wall rears up with clawed, aggressive hands. This independence provides a look at the character's unvarnished reality. It shows the audience the primal impulses that the character's facade is meant to mask. The dark passenger shadow exposes the terrifying truth lurking just beneath the surface of societal composure. These rules apply to the physical environment as well as the characters themselves. In storytelling, a door functions as a psychological gateway. It represents a transition point between two distinct worlds or states of mind. Casting a harsh shadow boundary across this threshold multiplies the narrative weight. The entry becomes a moral crossing. When a character crosses that line into the shaded zone, it signifies an irreversible shift, moving from safety to danger. Recognizing these patterns allows us to see the structural mechanics that define visual storytelling. Assessing a character's true motives requires looking past their spoken words or their brightly lit actions. To understand the full depth of a story, one must relentlessly watch the silent, unseen truth trailing just outside the light.